for better.
Amazing. But did you delete all of your social media?
Okay, so I deleted all my social media like 6 months ago due to like personal reasons. I never really got on it or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
But,
so it didn't have anything to do with this?
oh no, I was long gone before that.
Oh, so you were already gone from social media,
yeah.
and everyone thought that you deleted
yeah.
your social media because you were like scared of all of this blowing up, but you were gone.
I've been gone from it.
So
Like,
are you going to come back?
I think we're working on that right now.
Because you have a full management team. You have a manager now. You have a shooter. She comes in with like this big ass camera. Like she's the real deal. Already, this happened like a week ago.
Yes, ma'am.
This is insane. Okay, so I want to know everything about you, but I want to go back to the night of it all, the Hawk Tuah video.
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
First time.
Crazy.
That
huh?
was last week.
Who'd you meet?
Let's see. I met the Vial Files people. I liked them. Whitney Cummings. I loved her.
She's very funny.
I met so many people. I couldn't even keep up with them.
Jake Paul.
I'm gonna have to say Hawk.
Hawk?
I'm
Yeah?
gonna have to say Hawk.
You said no?
I don't know. No, it's gonna be a no for me.
Okay.
A few moments later.
I'm Bizarre
Did you watch Bizarre?
A little bit here and there.
Not my claim to fame is that I know Olivia Rodrigo. That's like
Hey, props to you.
You went to the Jake Paul fight.
I did.
How was that?
It's really exciting.
Okay.
I've never had to watch anything like that in person.
Oh, really? What was the craziest thing about it?
Like when he busted open his eyebrow, I was like, there's no way. And you got to see like the spit flying and the sweat and everything else. I was like, there's no way I'm seeing this right now.
Did anyone recognize you? Did you get to like interact with fans there?
I did. Number one, I have to convince my pawpaw not to shoot the paparazzi outside of our house every day because they've been camped out here for like 2 weeks. So the guy that does my hats, he got offered $600 like 3 days ago for me to spit in a jar and sell it.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, and you're also only 21, so you kind of
Yeah.
said something silly, and I think half of the internet also is on your side with that, where it's like you're out drinking after a night with your friends. You get asked, what is something crazy you do in bed?
Oh, yeah.
Hawk Tuah. It was funny.
I was being a little bit of a smartass, too.
Yeah.
Stop asking me for the link in bio for my OnlyFans. I don't have an OnlyFans, and there will never be an OnlyFans.
Hey, I doubt it.
I just make funny jokes. That's all I do. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. I have a game that I want to play with you guys.
What is
That makes me
No,
nervous.
it's not that scary, I promise. It's called Hawk Tuah or Nah.
I beg your pardon?
And you tell me if you want to Hawk Tuah on that thing or no.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, at what point, because I agree with you, I think slowly you start transitioning away from Hawk Tuah so you can kind of have your own identity. At what point do you say, stop calling me Hawk Tuah girl?
I don't even really say it anymore. Like the phrase, I don't say it at all because I just want to forget about it.
Oh, that's good.
Because I'm more than
Do people
that.
ask you to do it?
They do. And
well-
I just kind of...
I need the full Hawk Tuah out of you from that.
He getting the Hawk Tuah.
Any celebrity crushes? Because you're at a place where you can kind of meet whoever you want. You know you're in this weird situation where you could actually meet your celebrity crush.
Let's see.
Any comedians you have crushes on, I can help you.
You don't find that suspicious?
I can help you.
Matt Rife.
You're really making a Wish Kids Day today. I appreciate this.
Are you dying?
I asked Haley her celebrity crush, and it's
Don't look at me like that.
Miss Haliey Welch?
Yeah, Miss Haliey Welch.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Anybody you're dying to meet that you haven't met yet?
I'm excited to meet Matt Rife in person.
Yeah, I saw with Whitney Cummings, they did
Almost fainted.
the FaceTime.
And you know she got to meet him. What a beautiful story that was.
And number 3, I'm tired of the imposters and all the fake accounts. I don't have any kind of social media just yet besides Snapchat, but when I have the rest of it, you guys will be the first to know when I launch.
Questions for Haley. Okay, this is already awkward.
How much money have you made?
You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer.
But you can tell us.
So I saw a story that was like, you know, multiple thousands per event. That's probably accurate, right?
Yes.
I would feel comfortable with saying multiple thousands an event, and you've done a lot of events.
Yes.
More money than you ever thought you would make in a few weeks' time.
Man, you're telling me.
And by the way, there's one more thing that's really pissing me off. Any of you selling or purchasing merchandise online, it's not from me. It's not approved by me, and it's counterfeit, and I'm not making a damn dime off of any of it. But I just hired a manager, and I hired an attorney, so we're coming for you.
And you met Shaq, I saw.
Yes, I loved Shaq.
Was he super nice?
Yes, he's everything he's made up to be.
How did you meet Shaq? Where was that?
We met him up here in Nashville. I couldn't tell you where, but somewhere up here.
Like at a bar or something?
Yeah.
How did that come together? Were they like, Shaq wants to meet you, or were you guys in the same place at the same time?
Yeah.
The second one? Mm-hmm. You were in the same place at the same time as Shaq?
Oh, no, the first one.
Oh, they said, okay, got it.
We got it all set up, but he's great.
But do you have a plan of ideas of like what you want to do next?
I want to do with more like donations and stuff like that. Like I just done one with PetSmart, like
Dope.
the animal shelter in Lewisburg.
That's
Not Lewisburg,
amazing.
Nashville.
That's amazing. I love that.
Well,
I love that. Doing good with your platform, unlike Jasper.
And unlike your brother and his fake crypto scams.
Like, what do you want to do? What are you investing yourself into that you can build a career out of this?
So I've been doing a good bit of charity work. I like doing it. And then I've met a whole bunch of comedians. And I'm kind of steering in like a podcast direction.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think you see yourself like starting your own type of like show or podcast, or are you just going to be like an internet personality?
I think we're going to do like a show, and then we're just going to be like on a bunch of podcasts and everything else in between.
You know, kind of like Floribama Shore, but not like...
Oh, like a festival?
No.
Oh, like a TV show?
Yeah, TV
Got it.
show.
So you want to do like a reality show?
Yeah.
Cool. So kind of just figuring out as you go.
Oh, yeah. There's more to come. Don't worry. There's more to come.
And when you introduce yourself, you say you're Haliey, right?
I do.
What do you do now? Because now you have management, now you have a team. What are your plans moving forward? Like, do you want to still be the Hawk Tuah girl, or do you want to, like...
I don't really want that to be like my image.
Yeah.
Like, Hawk Tuah girl. I don't see that being like my thing. You know? Yeah, I don't want to be known as that.
Literally doing anything to stay relevant.
Does anyone actually give a fuck about her?
Why are we keeping this girl relevant?
Your 15 minutes are up.
Your joke was funny for 2 days. Stop.
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
Yeah.
You're exactly right.
And I'm sure you're dealing with that yourself now. Probably shed some new light to the whole situation.
Oh, yeah.
What have you learned from this whole experience?
Don't read the comments. Y'all really thought I was done? I'm just getting started, baby.
It smells warm. F*** you.
Yeah. What's one move in bed that makes a girl go crazy? I'm Haliey Welch. A little while ago, my life took a complete left turn and it changed forever. And along the way, I've realized that everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Well, now it's my time to talk. Check out my podcast every week, Hawk Tuah, where I'm sitting down with the coolest guests and having actual conversations with them.
You're exactly right. Don't read the comments.
Don't read them.
I say that too, and every once in a while I will go over to like the Facebook page.
You'll still kind of like glance
Yes,
at
and
I do it too.
I regret it every single time.
And Pookie.
Who is Pookie? Who is Pookie?
He may stop by too. New episodes every week! Subscribe to that thing!
Hi, my name is Akeem, and I am the founder, chairman, CEO, president, vice president, and the dean of Ran-DomU University. We offer a vast variety of courses, everything from psychology of the fake alpha male to cringe studies to Pause 101. Now, if you're interested in joining this university, please call or text the number on the screen at 1555 Ran-DomU. Are you ready?
Let me talk to you. I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again what happened this afternoon. You heard screaming.
Heard screaming. I'm eating my McDonald's. I come outside. I see this girl going nuts, trying to get out of her house. So I go on the porch.
Okay.
I go on the porch, and she says, "Help me get out. I've been in here a long time." So I figured it's a domestic violence dispute. So I open the door, and we can't get in that way because how the door is, it's so much that the body can't fit through, only your hand. So we kick the bottom. And she comes out with the little girl, and she says, "Call 911. My name is Amanda Berry."
Now, did you know who that was when she said that?
When she told me, it didn't register until I got the call at 911. And I'm like, I'm calling the 911 for Amanda Berry? I thought this girl was dead. You know what I mean? And she got on the phone, and she said, "Yes, this is me." And the detective, Cook, right here, Detective Gregory Cook says, "Charles, do you know who you rescued?" I said,
now, and when did you see Gina?
About
We're good.
So about 5 minutes after the police got here, see, that girl Amanda told the police, I ain't just the only ones. It's some more girls up in that house. So they went up there, 30, 40 deep, and when they came out was just astonishing, because I thought they were going to come up with nothing. I figured, whoever she was, and like I say, my neighbor, you got some big testicles to pull this off, bro, because we see this dude every day. Every day.
How long have you lived here?
I've been here a year.
Okay.
You see where I'm coming from?
Right.
I barbecue with this dude. We eat ribs and whatnot and listen to salsa music. You see where I'm coming from?
And you had no indication that there was anything going on?
Bro, not a clue that girl was in that house or anybody else was in there against their will, because how he is he just comes out to his backyard, plays with the dogs, tinker with his cars and motorcycles, goes back in the house. So he's somebody that you look away because he's not doing nothing but the average stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's nothing exciting about him. Well, until the day.
What was the reaction on the girls' faces? I can't imagine to see the sunlight, to be around people.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Thank you very much for your time. And
either she homeless or she got problems. That's the only reason why she run to a black man.
Charles, thank you for being there, man.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, because they raping everybody out here.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community. Many of you bringing binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures.
To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. All I gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun say yeah?
Eyewitnesses say the leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks like. Others find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for the image.
My theory is it's casting a shadow from the other limb.
Could be a crackhead that got hold to the wrong stuff, and it told him to get up in a tree and play a leprechaun.
We're going to get down to the bottom of this. Yeah, still on there, guy. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, man.
This guy helping to direct traffic says he's prepared for his encounter with the leprechaun. He's suited up from head to toe.
This wars off smells right here. This is a special leprechaun flute, which has been passed down from thousands of years ago from my great-great-grandfather, who was Irish. And I just came to help out.
Others just came to get lucky in hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
Do y'all remember any of those wonderful, classy individuals? Do you? They were all viral individuals. They all went mega viral, just like Hawk Tuah girl, just like Miss Welch. They were all viral superstars. Where's their career? Where's their platform? What happened? Where's their podcast? Where there's millions of dollars? Where's their endorsements? Why couldn't y'all get those people something? Were they not special enough? Were they not classy enough? Were they not TV presentable enough? Were they not worthy of being put in front of another camera? Or did you just not trust that they would actually show up? Did they have character flaws that nobody knew of offset? Or was it something that you could see clearly on camera and that y'all just decided not to invest? Just saying, those people could have been funny. Don't you think? Most people are still saying ain't nobody got time for that today. I've heard more people say ain't nobody got time for that than I ever heard anybody say Hawk Tuah. I'm just saying, that is one of those things I've heard a lot more than anything else. Now, I haven't heard anybody say, hey, it looked like a leprechaun to me. I ain't heard anybody say that one, but just look at that guy's smile. Doesn't that guy have the smile of somebody who should be on television? He has $1 million smile. Just look at those teeth. Gold, shining, platinum. They're beautiful. I'm just saying, maybe something like that, maybe he had some potential. Maybe he could have grew. Or the guy who saved those women, maybe he could have been funny if you put a camera in front of his face, gave him a podcast, gave him a platform to speak his mind. Do you not think he would have said something actually really funny at some point in time? Maybe it wouldn't have lasted any more than an episode or two, but is that how long, or is that even going to be just as long as what Hawk Tuah Girls podcast is going to last? It's already going on and it's taking place now, and I don't know how many people are exactly thrilled about it. All I see is a bunch of people making a bunch of videos about how much of a waste of time it is. Now, I'm not going to bash Haliey because, well, she's actually a nice girl. I've met her personally, and I think she is just an average girl. That's it. She's very average, very normal, down to earth, cool. Probably be great to have in the friendship circle. I'm pretty sure she would make a lot of people laugh. She would give you a lot of moments where it's like, you know what, this was a good night. I really enjoyed the fact that we invited her out on the town. Let's definitely go get out some drinks with Miss Welch, because you know what? Just like that video, I guarantee you she had a fun time that night. Not somebody who's going to be a buzzkill, who's going to kill the moment, ruin the mood like somebody like Myron and Fresh. Those aren't people that you want to bring around in your friendship circle. But her, I could see her having a good time, and I can see her adding value to the group. Don't you? Now, I was just being a little facetious about getting those other people and where's their platform, where is their millions of dollars? But it does make you think, why didn't they get something? I don't think they got to go around parading around interview to interview to interview to interview, and also don't remember any of them signing on to a production company. Now, me personally, I do know Miss Welch's production manager. Great guy. I like Mr. Forrester. I mean, I'm not throwing him under the bus. I mean, you can find his name out there. It's right there on Google. But I know the guy. Cool dude. Now, you know, I'm just saying, I don't think any of these people are part of the Illuminati, or maybe she's not like necessarily an industry plant, but she definitely was promoted in a way that was not say predatory. It was just, she was recruited. She was definitely recruited. They saw something and were like, let's go ahead and see what we can get out of that. Which the most disturbing part of all this thing is to me is that there's so many people that are just average folks that are in the comments and stuff like that asking for her OnlyFans. Like, those are things that I just really don't understand. Like, damn, are y'all that thirsty for some white girl cheeks that y'all just want any girl who's somewhat cute with blonde hair to just bust it open for you guys to see and start touching themselves for y'all to just get off to? Y'all need help. Go seek therapy. I'm telling y'all, all that, you know, jacking around, beating your meat, that stuff isn't getting you anywhere in life. Y'all gotta quit it. I'm telling you, you're not progressing. You're not getting any smarter. I'm pretty sure for every yank, you're losing a little bit of brain cells every time y'all do that. So please, I encourage you to please leave your meat alone. Give that thing a rest. Let that thing heal. I'm pretty sure it's raw down there, you guys. Y'all need to quit it out. Y'all need to get yourselves together. Now, for me personally, the difference between Hawk Tuah Girl and say somebody like Bobby Altoff is that, well, at least Haliey, she, you know, produced some actual form of content that people recognized before she just blew up. It wasn't like with Altoff where she just showed up all of a sudden with a whole bunch of celebrities getting the biggest, you know, the biggest, best people that you can possibly put on a podcast immediately. The very first episode, you jaw Drake. How is that possible? Plant. That's because she was actually planted into the industry to do that stuff. Haliey, I think they're just riding this grift out as far as they possibly can. She went viral. She was a cute white girl, and they decided, you know what? Let's just see what we can make out of this. And she's made a lot of appearances. She's made, it's gotten to the absurd levels. And I can understand why so many people would be frustrated. I can see why people would be angered in this sense, because it's like, you know what? Why can't I get that? Just because she went out there talking about spitting on penises, all of a sudden she's rich. I mean, there's a lot of people who would talk about a lot more foul stuff if it was going to make them viral. If it was going to make them a lot more money, trust me, I would say a lot more outlandish stuff than just Hawk Tuah. You know what I'm saying? And spit on that thing. I would say a lot more than just that. To get me some more money, to do the things that she has done. She has met people that people would just die to meet. And I'm not somebody who's starstruck, but there's a lot of people that are. There's a lot of people who would love to meet these famous individuals that exist here on Earth. Some cool people. I would have loved to meet Shaq. Though I did get to go to Shaq's event, I didn't get to meet him personally. And yeah, they were all in Nashville. So all this stuff kind of works out. It's weird that, you know, she ran to her and somebody I work with also was near. It's just, it's a lot of weird things. The world is really small, you guys. You will realize that once you actually bump into one or two people that turned out to be famous, how small the world really is. But I do see where the animosity takes place. I can see where people would be angered and slightly triggered at the fact that, like, oh, she's privileged. She's just this, young white girl that for whatever reason is given the whole world in her hands. Just some girl from a small country town that for whatever reason is blessed with way more than she ever imagined. Now there's rumors coming out that she's Jewish. I don't know how real those are or how true that really is. Does it really matter? I guess it doesn't really help. But honestly, I don't know if that's the case or not. All I know is this will end. It will end. Like, eventually the Hawk Tuah saga will come to a dramatic end and it'll just be done. It'll be just like ain't nobody got time for that. The leprechaun off in the hood. And it'll be just like the homie who saved those girls off in that basement. It will be the exact same thing. It eventually will come to that. And yes, all great things shall die at some point in time. And it will be the same thing with spitting on that ding-a-ling. And, the whole saga has just gotten out of hand. Like, I see thumbnails on YouTube talking about, there was one that I literally saw from another YouTuber named Dumpy, and it said, she is evil. She is evil next to Hawk Tuah girl. I needed to click on the video to get more context, but honestly, I'm at to the point now where that shouldn't even be allowed. You shouldn't even be allowed to make that thumbnail because it's so inflammatory and more than likely 1,000% incorrect to a point that it's actually detrimental to that individual. You shouldn't be able to put stuff like evil to somebody's name unless there's actually accusations of them doing something heinous. Like, is she actually out there touching children? Has she made some sus comments talking about, ooh, she likes to fondle little boys? I don't think so. So why is that comment out there? Why is that allowed to be on YouTube? But for whatever reason, I was going through hell putting out my BBL video. I mean, y'all have no idea what I went through just to get that video out here. I had to edit that thing a lot. But I've been getting a lot better. A lot of my videos have been able to get monetized lately, which, thank goodness, been needing it. But, I can understand once again why this triggers some people about this whole saga. And just for, wondering what happened to the people who interviewed her, well, just take a look.
Have you made any money off the video alone, or is that just that guy's property?
That's it.
Have you talked to that dude? Have you said thank you?
Tell him thank you for what?
Making you famous?
Well, see, we reached out to him and I asked him to stop posting those videos, and he never did. He blocked us all and everything. So I'm not telling him thank you for anything.
Oh, really? Wow. So you reached out to go, hey, would you chill on that? And he blocked you?
Because, he'd post one, I'd be like, oh, that's it. Here would come another one. A few days later, I was like, man, maybe that's it. Here come another one. Then just so on.
So in the beginning, you just wanted it to all go away, make it stop, and you just continue life at home and at the Spring Factory. And then now, since he wouldn't stop, you're just like, okay, what does this make possible for me?
Yep.
But you don't need to thank him. I get that. Okay.
So truthfully, the thing is, she really didn't want to go viral. Just a small girl, small town. Wasn't looking for any of this smoke. Didn't want any of this popularity. Didn't want TMZ, the paparazzi, following her out here all the way to Tennessee. Now, once again, the paparazzi ain't just going to be following people around in Tennessee, because you just can't be following people to their homes here in this state. You will get blown away. You will get shot off of that lawn like you were Elmer Fudd. I'm sorry, you are going to get blown away. People are very trigger happy here, and yes, they will end you. So don't do that. That's why it's not safe for the paparazzi. And and I guarantee you, her papaw, that person would have definitely been waiting on the front porch with an assault rifle, whatever arms is necessary, maybe a bazooka, maybe an RPG, whatever it takes to blow those people away and get them up off the property, because they don't belong here, and don't bring that to no small town. That is the theme of this area. I hate the fact that I'm from the city that, or from the town that is, home of country music, but it'd be nice if it was something a little bit cooler. But guess what? Country is in now. Even Beyonce is in country music. So I guess, it's finally here. It's finally made it. But I just wanted to show you that early montage, and just kind of give you a breakdown of what's been going on and some of my thoughts on this situation. I don't think she's a bad girl. I think this saga has been awfully drawn out. I think it's ridiculous. I think it is understandable why people are pissed, because honestly, if that was a black girl that talked about that, we already know that she wouldn't be famous. We already know that. So that's the part where black people, look, I'm not going to be one that's sitting here saying, oh, you're just triggered and you're mad because she's white. No, I get it, because I believe the same thing. If she was black, this wouldn't be a thing. It would have barely probably went viral. I don't even know if it would have went viral. And that's what's sad, and that's what pisses a lot of people off about America, is because stuff like that. It seems like certain people are chosen. It seems like certain people are allowed to make it and others aren't allowed. Why is it that somebody's YouTube videos gets pushed out there and another person's doesn't? Because you know what? Maybe you're chosen, or maybe it's just bad. Maybe the material put out there is trash, or maybe it just really was your time. I don't know what race the demure person from, TikTok is, where I don't know if that's a woman or not. I'm assuming it's a she, so I'm gonna go she. She was out there putting out all those videos, and she went viral, changed her life completely. Now, is it for the long term? Probably not. But that's a large source of income that she was probably never factoring into her life, and especially over something so small and so trivial. And yeah, a lot of people are looking for that payday. A lot of people are looking for that moment in the sun. That's why you had those people out there robbing Chase Bank. That's why you have so many people out there risking themselves, going to prison for check fraud, because they're like, you know what, we need that money. Now, a lot of people just want it so they can buy some ridiculous shit like Birkin bags and Gucci's and Jordans. And yes, that is a thing. Now, me personally, I would have probably taken about half of that money and set it aside, and the other half I would have definitely tricked off, just because, well, why not? It's money. Now, I didn't elaborate enough on the people that interviewed her and their platform didn't grow. My personal take on that situation is they effed up. They really effed up that situation. All they needed to do was listen. Don't push that stuff out there, and she might have been willing to work with you, because apparently people were committed to the spitting on the thing. They just were. For whatever reason, forces beyond anybody's measure was out there searching for her to be rich and famous and to go viral and to be popular. So that's the point. She's now achieved all of her dreams. She's gotten to meet Matt Rife. She's gotten to see Jake Paul. And all they had to do was stop trying to share the material. It didn't get that big. Their platform didn't really grow. It's not even a large platform. That's what's sad about it. They got nothing out of this. People don't even know their names. I don't even know their names. And they were the ones who actually conducted the street interviews. Now, honestly, I hate street interviews. People are always like, Mike, man, maybe we should do some street interviews. I'm like, dude, I'm really not one to go out there and just harass people trying to have a good night. I'm a person who likes to just go out and have the good night. I don't want to be the one that's out there chasing somebody with a microphone, putting it in their face when they're hammered, out there plastered, probably need to be carried back to the hotel. I've seen a lot of stuff when I worked downtown. Last thing I wanted to do was get interviewed after all of it. Nope. That's the last thing I wanted to do or see or deal with. And honestly, it's borderline harassment. So all the people that was going around there with that, they could do better. And all they had to do was not be stubborn and listen. And I guarantee you, they could have blew up a little bit. Maybe she would have mentioned their name, but instead they didn't want to listen. She said, please take the videos down. They didn't. Should have listened. Man, I'm telling you, when people say do that, do that. Because you were basically doing too much with content that involved them. Now, her friend said, please go out there and share it, expose it out there. What about her? What about the person who actually went viral? Did you talk to her? Apparently not. Apparently the friend was definitely down for the clout chase, but she wasn't.
Tim and DTV.
All right.
You said we better post that?
Yes.
Okay.
Post it
All right. Raise the camera. Let me see who said it. She said we better post it.
Well,
how did they catch you in 4K?
You need to get consent from all these people and all the individuals involved. All the parties that are involved in the situation you need to talk to. That would have helped. That would have really helped the situation if they would have did that. And I think if they would have did that, their platform would be a lot larger now. And maybe they would be out there with, more people out there interviewing folks because they would have had the money. Maybe they would have blew up right there with Haliey Welch, whose name is oddly spelled like a black girl. So either way, that's stereotypes. But just saying, it ain't a normal spelling for Haliey at all. Now, I just want to leave you with one lasting and neutral message for everyone before I conclude today's video. And that is just to leave you with a small story or just a scenario like this. It's late on Friday or Saturday night. You're borderline blackout drunk. You're stumbling, broken heels, lost shoes, lost wallet, broken phone. Maybe it's a lost phone. Lost your friends, don't have any friends. Or maybe you're with somebody you just picked up earlier that evening, just for the night, just to have a good old time. Don't even know where you are, but you're stumbling across that sidewalk. And you happen to be stumbling, and you happen to notice this glare, and somebody sticks a microphone in front of your face. And right before you get ready to cuss this person out of full anger and a vitriol, just remember these things. because it could be your day. God, family, clout.